Right now, microscopic plastic fragments are likely circulating through your bloodstream. They're in your liver, possibly in your brain, and almost certainly they're in your gut. This isn't science fiction, it's 2025 reality. Think about your day: coffee in a plastic lined cup, lunch in a takeout container, synthetic workout clothes in your washing machine, and a bottled water sitting in your hand while you're scrolling on your phone. Every one of those moments is a delivery system for microplastics, particles that are so small they weren't even measurable in humans a decade ago. But today, they're showing up everywhere: the blood, organs, even brain tissue. And in just the last 8 years, measured levels have jumped by 50%. We've essentially turned ourselves into test subjects of an uncontrolled global experiment. The latest research is sobering. A 2025 Nature Medicine study found microplastic levels in brain tissue up to 30 times higher than in the liver or the kidneys, especially in people with dementia, who had up to 10 times more than healthy individuals. These particles have been found in placentas, arterial plaque, sperm, ovarian fluid, even newborns' first stools. And here's something new. Microplastics have been detected in the olfactory bulb. This is the part of the brain that sits right above your nose. That means they can bypass your blood-brain barrier entirely, traveling straight from the air we breathe into the brain. But it's not just the brain. In 2024, researchers found that there was microplastics embedded in arterial plaque in 58% of heart patients. This was done in a New England Journal study of medicine. Those patients were 4.5 times more likely to have heart attacks, strokes, or even die over the next 3 years. These particles aren't passive. They trigger chronic inflammation, destabilize plaque, and even accelerate blood clot formations. Add to that their ability to carry hormone-disrupting chemicals like BPA and phthalates that damage the gut lining and alter your microbiome, causing seemingly unrelated symptoms like brain fog, fatigue, and digestive problems, hormone issues, and autoimmune flare-ups. Now, you can't eliminate exposure completely, but you can dramatically cut it down. Start with your water. Switching from bottled water to filtered tap water can cut your annual microplastic intake from 9,000 particles to under 4,000. As far as filters, reverse osmosis is best, but even a good active carbon filter makes a huge difference. Avoid microwaving food in plastic because heating plastic can increase particle release from 100 to 1,000 times. Start using glass, ceramic, stainless steel for storage and reheating. Swap plastic tea bags for loose leaf or paper-based bags. A single plastic tea bag can release over 11 billion particles into your cup. And clean your indoor air. Vacuum with a HEPA filter. Dust and mop regularly. And choose natural fibers over polyester or nylon whenever possible. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your diet isn't just about avoiding plastics. Certain foods can actually help your body block them from being absorbed in the first place, or help get rid of the ones that make it in. We have cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, and kale, which turn on something called phase 2 detox enzymes in the liver. Think of your liver like the body's chemical processing plant. Microplastics and the chemicals they carry come in as raw toxic material. These enzymes grab those toxins, change their structure, and make them water soluble so the body can actually flush them out through the urine or the bile. Without enough of these enzymes, more toxins get stored in fat tissue and hang around in circulation. Then we have brown seaweed. This contains alginate, which is a natural fiber that doesn't get digested. In your gut, alginate works a lot like a sponge, except instead of soaking up water, it traps particles and chemicals before they can cross the gut wall and enter into your bloodstream. Once they're stuck to the alginate, they move right on out when you use the bathroom through your back door. The key here is speed. The less time microplastics spend in contact with your gut lining, the less chance they can slip through and start trouble in other parts of the body. Then we have fermented foods like kimchi, kefir, and sauerkraut. These help by strengthening the actual structure of your gut lining. They're loaded with post and probiotics those beneficial bacteria that produce compounds like butyrate. Butyrate is like the fuel for your gut wall cells, helping them repair faster and seal up tight junctions. This is important because a strong gut lining, like a locked door, it stops particles, including microplastics, from squeezing their way into your bloodstream and then triggering inflammation in places they don't belong. Lastly, high fiber foods. We have chia seeds, you have flax seeds, you have oats. These will give you 2 wins at once. First, fiber bulks up the stool, which keeps things moving so plastics aren't hanging out in your gut. Second, certain fibers actually feed good bacteria in your colon. Those bacteria create short-chain fatty acids, which lower inflammation and help maintain a healthy gut barrier, making it harder for microplastics to find a way in. From there, supplements can push those same defenses even further. We have glutathione. This is your body's master antioxidant. And it's such a big deal when it comes to microplastics because plastics tend to generate oxidative stress, basically unstable molecules that cause free radicals. These free radicals damage cell membranes, proteins, and even your DNA. Glutathione neutralizes the free radicals before they can do any kind of lasting harm. But it also plays another role. It binds to toxins, so your liver can move them out. So without enough glutathione, your detox assembly line slows down, and the backlog of toxins just keeps growing. Then we have NAC, N-acetylcysteine. This is a raw material that your body uses to make glutathione. It's more effective for many people to take NAC over glutathione because this helps your body build glutathione into the cells where they're needed the most. And NAC has a bonus effect. It thins mucus in the lungs. That's important now because breathing is a major source of microplastic exposure. And you want your respiratory system to be able to trap and clear those particles before they travel any deeper. L-glutamine is an amino acid, basically a building block of protein, and your gut lining cells burn through it for energy super fast. When your gut wall gets damaged by microplastics, glutathione helps fuel the repair processes, patching up any microscopic holes in your gut. Pairing it with zinc carnosine is said to help tighten the gaps between those gut cells as well, making it physically impossible for particles to squeeze through into your bloodstream. Then there's quercetin. This is a plant flavonoid, and it's like an inflammation dimmer switch for your gut. When microplastics irritate the lining, your immune system goes into overdrive, causing your cells to release histamine and other chemicals, worsening inflammation. Quercetin stabilizes those mast cells, making them less trigger happy, meaning your gut lining stays calmer, stronger, and more selective about what it lets in. Then we have curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. It works on a genetic level to turn down NF-κB, the master switch for inflammation. This happens because microplastics don't just irritate. They can keep NF-κB stuck in the on position for weeks or even months. That constant signal leads to chronic inflammation, the kind that damages your heart, your brain, your joints, and more. Chitostan is one of the coolest mechanisms here. Picture it like a sticky net moving through your gut. In water purification, it's used to bind and remove microplastics in the water. Inside your body, it can do the same thing, binding to particles and carrying them out in your stool. And here's the wild part. A 2025 study in rats showed chitostan increased microplastic excretion by 115% of the intake. If you think about that, usually it's 100% of your intake. So there was a 15% increase of removal. That suggests it might even pull plastic stored in tissues, not just the ones that you just consumed. Lastly, spirulina. This is a blue-green algae that's been studied for years with its ability to remove heavy metals and pesticides. Its cell wall has a unique structure that physically traps hydrophobic pollutants like plastics. Once trapped, they can't go into your bloodstream and are removed as waste. And because spirulina is also rich in antioxidants, chlorophyll, and amino acids, it doesn't just bind, it helps repair. But none of these steps alone will detoxify you completely. Together, though, they reduce the buildup of plastic, strengthen your barriers, and give your body better tools to process what's already been put inside. And Here's the encouraging part. In 2024, they did a stool study with people who made a few dietary changes and lifestyle changes that they saw a measurable drop in microplastic levels within weeks. Your body wants to get rid of them. You just need to reduce the supply and support the systems that do the work. This problem is massive, but you're not powerless. Start with one swap this week, maybe your water bottle, maybe your tea bags, or your storage containers. Each change is a small vote for your health, especially in a world that is not slowing down on plastics anytime soon. Bottom line, you can't avoid all microplastics, but you can lower the exposure, strengthen your defenses, and help your body get rid of them. Our bodies are built to repair themselves, but we have to help. And we can do this by giving it the tools to fight back. And one tool would be to spread the awareness by sharing this video with friends and loved ones, because everyone needs to be awakened about this problem. Now, if you want to take your health even a step further and learn how to naturally lower your cortisol levels, which can help with a lot of issues in life, then check out this video here. We'll see you guys next time.